Tonko Balanko, what's happening? Good morning. Let me get ready here. Hey, how you doing, Tonko Balanko? I almost didn't stream this morning, man. I almost took the day off, but here I am. Not feeling very motivated today. Doing great. And me? Yeah, I'm just chilling today, man. But I need to get my ass in gear. That's what I need to do. I got like 5 weeks left before I go on a streaming break. So I'm trying to push strong until the end. The Blue Cactus AI, what's popping? How you doing? Legendary that you showed up. Yeah, sometimes I just force myself to do it even if I don't feel like to. Alright, what are we gonna do? I don't even know what I'm gonna do today, man. I guess type Blazer. Alright. Am I ready? Let's see. Let's see where we're at. I gotta fix my sign. It ain't working, man. I think I need to. I hope like it's just the AC adapter or whatever it's called. Anyways, what are we gonna do? How are we going to monetize Algo Blazer? Well, I have a few ideas, but we're not gonna work on Algo Blazer on stream too much until I guess maybe a few weeks. Perito 95 RSNG, what's happening? Welcome to the party. All right. Let me get all these things ready. Man, Claude Code is messing up my terminals, man. Maybe I need to like just make new terminals. We don't need 8 LLMs today, man. We probably only need like 3. Alright, so Claude, 1 there. Make 1 here. And I'll make 1 here. We'll start with 3, maybe 4. Maybe I'll just put the 6 up, man. Let's get it going. All right, first things first. What's that? Check out my issues. Also supposed to rebuild and push the production like Friday, but I didn't do that, man. This weekend has been a busy weekend for me. That's why I was trying to just not work today or not work in the morning. I'll probably do my algorithm stream tonight if I took the day off, but I'm not taking the day off, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so type Blazer. what we got going on. Let me see the latest PRs that we merged. Oh, you guys get to sneak peek some things I was working on over the weekend. But those aren't ready yet. Edits by H. What's happening? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I've been also thinking about switching this stream up a little bit. At least this portion of the stream. Instead of vibe coding like this, I might switch to co-working style, where I'm not really showing you my screen and I just work while being on camera. How are you and what happened on the Friday? The Algo Blazer. I just showed y'all a little sample of Algo Blazer, but it's definitely not close to being ready, man. It's probably a few months away from being ready. But in the meantime, we'll work on Type Blazer. I think that's closer to being ready for sure. All right, so we have profile redesign, the profile page. We move the countdown timer, clean up some daily leaderboard stuff, league things, race history columns. What is this? All right, so I'm just gonna rebuild and push it and see what happens. Wait, let me make sure I've pulled in the latest changes. All right, very good. And then, I guess while that's rebuilding, we can take a look at some new issues that we gotta work on. All right, there's been some errors over the weekends. I'm trying to figure out why we're erring like 1% of championship races or something. I need to get some real nice metrics and stuff so that I can identify errors and whatnot, man. But I don't know. I don't know if I feel like implementing all that right now. All right, here we go. Do issue 1245. Please use all of your agents, like the principal engineer and the devil's advocate, especially. Maybe even the C++ engineer. I want you to figure out like why this error is happening in the championship race, even though like this error log is from the API production logs. But the championship server did not have any errors in the logs. That's something else you need to figure out. Like if this request, if the championship server sent a request to the API, but it failed, the championship server should also log some errors there. But the main thing is to figure out like what is happening and let me know. All right, what's next? I also have some other errors in the API that I don't know what the hell, man. Race token required and whatever. Invalid race token required. I make a new issue to try and track these. Steven Sagiball, what's happening? You know that friend you made me reconnect? I didn't make you reconnect with, man. I told you to forget about them, actually. But you gotta tell us what happened, man. I think the whole situation feels a little bit weird, and I would probably distance myself from them. But you gotta tell us, Steven Sagiball, what went down, man. Errors in the API production logs about race tokens. I'll DM it to you. It's a long story. All right. I'll look out for it, man. But I think everybody else probably wants to know too. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, man. It sucks when you have a friend that you want to be friends with, but it doesn't work out. Sometimes it ain't worth it, and it's probably best to just move on with their life. Friends come and friends go, man. At least in my experience, that's how it is. Some of my best friends I don't talk to anymore, and nothing really happened. It's just like life happened, you know. Some of my old friends that I spent so much time with, I don't say hi to them. They don't say hi to me, you know. But I guess there's something going on with you and your friends. But lots of my friendships have just fizzled out. People get busy with their own lives. All right, which error? All right, all right. All right, here is the story. Let me read it for everyone. Friend named Jay invited me to go around and look for Pokemon. We caught a very rare restock. We were together initially and got Pokemon cards together. I then loop around and try to get more things for both of us. After we check out, he says he essentially wants me to only get the items I went back around for. Value-wise, that's 66% and 33% split favoring him. I want to do 50-50. Wait, what? His argument was that when I went back around, I was giving up the initial basket we had together. Man, I'm not following exactly what's going on. Looks like, what do you mean look for Pokemon, man? I thought you're playing Pokemon Go, but apparently you're going around looking for Pokemon cards or something. And then, yeah. Pokemon cards at MSRP? Oh, right, right. Kind of like shoes or something. Yeah, I don't know. Seems weird that you guys want to do business together, but you guys don't really talk or something. I don't know. We then go to a mutual friend, and basically he decided the split, and he felt shit on. What do you mean? And why you going to like a third party, man? You guys should be able to figure that out yourselves, I think. Wait, do you want to be my friend? Edit by H. I don't know who you are, man. Stranger danger. No, that's what my mom taught me. Wait, what? He's getting angry at you? Kind of hint at him being selfish. I'm offering 50% split. You trying to skunk a friend. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Just forget about that friend. Move on with your life. It ain't worth it, man. Just figure out your money. Get your money right. And then, I don't think you need this guy in your life or in your Pokemon hunt. It was about the principal. Yeah. Drop this person, man. Anyways, I gotta get these LLMs doing something before we chat about random stuff. Alright, please investigate this issue with your principal engineer and your devil's advocate. Front-end engineer as well. I think this requires a full stack audit to figure out why these errors are popping up. He's my ride back to Denver, man. You can just take a Uber, man. You don't need to depend on nobody for no rides in 2026. Also, back to Denver. Where are you, like in Boulder or somewhere? as passages. I'm working on that one. Allow users to change their username. Perhaps. Alright, there's a bug that Douche experienced where his username changed. Let me see if that's possible. A user reported that their username changed. They had one username that was their Twitch name, and then it changed to their real first name, last name as a username. Is this possible in any way? Can you check out the OAuth registration flow with Google, GitHub, and Twitch to see if maybe there's some scenario where a username could be overwritten? Well, the situation got complicated because I made him let me pay for the bigger basket. Because, man, I feel like friends should look out for each other, and he was just trying to steamroll me. That's what I'm saying, Steven Sagaball. Like, it's not your responsibility to be giving this guy stuff because he has a baby. He said he's like 22 years old and he got like 6 kids. That's already a red flag, man. I would not, like, especially, like, you don't even have kids, man. I wouldn't be hanging out with somebody who's like younger than me and have like 6 kids. That's crazy talk. It's like, you guys are so different in it, like, where you are in life, man. He kept getting fixated on me looping back around, meaning I forfeit the bigger basket. Man, he sounds real slimy. I don't know. If I had a friend and we're just looking at Pokemon cards and my friend decides to just go check around again, I'm not gonna like come up with some random ass clause that says, oh, because you looped around and checked more cards, the original contract is void and I'm taking all your shit. I'd have punched that fool in his face, probably, or something. Yeah. Yeah, I think so, man. I think this guy is taking you for a fool, man. Or something. He probably does this to many people in his life. Chalk this up to just expensive life lesson, man, on like who you should spend your time with or look out for like these flags and stuff. This Colorado trip cost me $7K. Yeah, but you know, money comes, money goes. You'll make more money, man. It sucks, but I think it's all right. Look at the bright side, man. You're thinking about going into business with this guy. I think on the bright side, it's good that you figured out that it's not great for you. Instead of like getting even more entangled with this person, you can cut your losses and just get away for relatively less money than you would have if you went into business with him. Yeah, exactly. So it's just like a trial, and then now you realize you don't want to go all in with this person. Simon, when you are going to start teaching the things again like the way you do years ago? I just doing work live is not enough. Sometimes people not able to catch up. I was never teaching Edit by H. But I don't really understand what you're asking. Are you asking me when am I going to focus on algorithms as my main content instead of building whatever I want to? That might be coming soon, man. Not sure. Maybe maybe when I get back from Japan, things will be different. You taught me what love is? What you talking about, man? I don't teach nobody about that. Yes, Well, I mean, I still have my algorithm streams that never changed. Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. I have not modified those streams, so you can still tune into those. These other streams I'm doing, they're like extra on top of the original stuff I was doing. But once I get Algo Blazer further along, I'll probably be spending most of my time with Algo Blazer and refining problems or testing problems. And I also plan to do some workshops once I get Algo Blazer running, like live coaching, or I don't want to call it coaching, man, just live, like algo sessions, I suppose. But I want to get my website up and running first before I do that. I don't really want to like teach algorithms, and I'm building an algorithm site, but then I'm teaching them on like leetcode.com, you know? I want to wait until I get my own stuff working before I spend the majority of my time doing that. Go into business with me. Wait, what? Hey, Steven Sagiball, I'm sorry to hear about your trip gone bad. And I wish it didn't, man. But sometimes you gotta go through these tough times to know what to avoid in the future. Pour now like 20K in credit card debt. You gotta get this under control, man. It's not the end of the world. $20,000 is a lot of credit card debt, especially if you got interest on it. But if it's just like a 1 month thing, you gotta just pay it off. Yeah, just pay it off. Keep on keeping on. You'll get more paychecks. You'll get more money. It's just part of life. Everyone has to make some mistakes. You know, whether it's financial mistakes or social mistakes or whatever. If I knew in person, you'd be getting an intervention right now. Yeah, I think so too. If Steven Sagiball was like my neighbor or my cousin or something, I would be going over to his house and slapping some sense into him. Kinda. Not really, man. Because even my own cousins, when they're messing up, I like to tell them my perspective on things, but I don't try to control someone else's life, really, man. I think I'm not into that. You just gotta let people do what they want. What am I messing up on? All right. I think you messed up on going to Colorado to go visit this friend of yours who wasn't really a good friend to begin with. I think you messed up spending so much money on your Airbnb and stuff. And I think you messed up like just even giving this friend another chance, man. So 3 things I thought you messed up on there. The Pokemon cards and stuff, I think. Also, I probably wouldn't go into that, but I don't want to say you're messing up on that yet, you know? And the Pokemon card addiction, yeah, that could potentially be very bad, but I think it could also be very good. You told me to give another, initially when he asked me, I told you give him another chance, but then he gave me more context. And it was clear that you should not give him another chance. And I told you to reach out initially, and then his response when he reached out was very weird and like aggressive in some ways. And I was like, man, forget this guy. But, you know, you make your own decisions, man. All right. Anyways, you can't change the past, so you can only look forward. He was probably the best friend I've had in my life, right? That sucks, and I'm sorry that it ended up like that. But still, I think you gotta know when to move on. Wait, best friend in terms of time spent together? What kind of metric is that, man? I don't think that's a great metric to look on. Anyways, yeah, you've had people you like more. I think you should try and spend more time with the people you like and stuff. It's like you're forcing the past, man, and then now you got intercepted. If you watch football, I don't know. Anyways, which things here should we work on? 6 Pokemon cards brought 15 lunch dates, 6 hugs, 3 football games. What you talking about? Oh, the analytics. He's just addicted to opening Pokemon cards, man. I think he's got a lot of other problems, man. I don't know too much about your friend except I can't get out the fact that he has 6 kids and he's 22 or however old, man. That's if I met somebody with that many kids that young, immediately I'm treading cautiously, you know? Seems like they're not great at making decisions. Yeah, 4 kids at 24. Same thing, man. Why tread cautiously? I don't know. Unless he's like crazy successful and millions of dollars, I'd say having 4 kids by 24. I don't know what he does for work. And gambling addict doesn't seem like a recipe for a great life or, I don't know, friend or whatever. All right, here we go. Steven Sagiball. I feel your pain, man, but you gotta let it go. He's actually one of my friends that have been closest in my age. 20s is time to make mistakes, so have at it. But absolutely toxic people will need to be pruned from your life. Yes, I've had to do this a few times, man, and it's not easy to do when you've gotten close with some people who are toxic, but it needs to be done, man. Grogget, what's happened? I've got on stream and first thing I hear is gambling addicts. Yeah, it ain't anyone here though. You guys agree that he was just being selfish? Man, you spent so much money to go hang out with this guy and to do all types of stuff, and he's gonna treat you like that, man? Forget that guy, man. It sounds like, I don't know. I don't want to say anymore. Wait, I've had business partners and friends that have been very close that I've had to just completely remove from my life for reasons exactly like what you mentioned. Wait, some friends you just kind of learn you don't split the tab with. I've had friends, they know you paying and they buy like 20 beers at the bar. Some people just push the limits and are greedy. Yeah, if I had friends like that, they wouldn't be my friends, man, for sure. It's not just selfish, it's manipulation. Yeah, this guy is crazy toxic, I think. Cleaned his car with him with him late at night too? Yeah. Steven Sagiball, you gotta see clearly, man, what's going on here. You're getting played, like Hex said. You're getting abused, man. You're literally in an abusive relationship, Steven Sagiball. It's not a romantic relationship, but you are pretty much being abused. I don't know if you realize that. All right, here we go. I was rebuilding my images. Let me push the production. He's pulling on your saggy balls. Yeah. Sounds good, I think. Friendship is GG. Need to focus on the future. Yes. I agree, man. Sucks that you had to spend so much money to figure this out, but at least it was relatively quick. You know, like you don't have to go through 10 more years of shit with this guy if you just end it right now. Think of all the money you lost as how much money you're saving by cutting this guy out your life early on in your 20s and not having him in your life until you're like 50 years old, man. Because when you're 40 or 50, man, it's not going to be $5,000 or $10,000. It's going to be like $50,000, $100,000. All right, here we go. Type Blazor updated. Let me see what we changed. Anyways, and man, again, Steven Sagiball, that's not your baby. Like, you don't need to be spending $10,000 to go hang out with him and his wife and his baby, man. That's weird. I don't know if people tell you that or whoever, but if you need somebody to tell you that, man, good friends, nah, good friends. First, this guy ain't a good friend if he's treating you like that. You're probably a good friend, but you shouldn't be giving your good friend card away that easily. Like, would this guy spend $10,000 on you? Probably not. Yeah, I hate to say this, Steven Sagiball, but it sounds like you're a sucker, man. It sounds like he thinks you're a sucker, and he's taking advantage of you, you know? And I think you see all the evidence, but you are hesitant to accept the reality of things, man. It's like you're holding on to some fantasy that it's all gonna work out, but it's only gonna get worse. All right, Steven Sagiball. You gotta get it together there. All right, let me see. This is the redesign. I guess we'll keep it for now, but it's not ideal. There's like blank spaces. We could probably fill out some stuff there. This thing doesn't align right. Lollapalooza, what's happening? Welcome. You don't need friends, you need money. He took advantage while he could. Walk away, focus on you, and see him trying to talk to you again for money and help. Yeah, don't respond to his messages when he reaches out. You have enough money. Hey, you need family and friends, but this ain't the friend you're looking for, man. You can't just get caught up on a wrong pick. You gotta just move quickly. This ain't the friend you're looking for. I promise there are tons of other people who are better at being friends than this guy. If you attract a lot of people like that into your life, probably means it's time to set up better boundaries. Yeah. I don't think he was intentionally manipulating me, but yeah, he used to call me a brother, and that was like my weak spot. Oh, he might not be intentionally doing it in the way that you're talking about, but he was doing it, man. So whether he realizes he was doing that or not, it doesn't really matter. All right. Sam won't tell you what. Anyways, Balotino 88. Welcome to the party. All right, I think we've all said enough about this situation to Steven Sagiball. I don't think we need to keep telling him. But Steven Sagiball, you gotta reflect on this experience that you have and walk away. I'd say easy decision there. I'll just go straight back to Seattle or wherever. I'll just leave, man. Don't even hang out. Type race. Nah, I gotta change those names. Dictionary mode 50. Alright, give me a second. Let me just see what's up here. Possible. Alright, I gotta read what this is saying. But let's do the type blazer. I don't believe in friends. I believe in friendships. Both are totally different. A friend is someone you feel you can confide in. A friendship is something you just have by meeting someone and talk to them more than most others. Friends come and go, but money is a necessity. I don't have many friends in my life. But I guess I don't really want that many friends either. I guess the older you get, the more lonely you want to be, man. When I was younger, I used to want more friends, but you have family? Yeah. I have my immediate family. I have my wife and my stepchild. But besides that, I don't really hang out with friends. I've had some old time, long time friends that I talk to every few weeks. But that's it. All right, here we go. Dictionary mode 50. Here we go. Type blazer. I have a friend right now that just got a divorce and let him stay on my couch, and now he watching illegal IPTV French soccer on my couch and been interrupting my workflow. Probably could have said no, but I'm over nice too. Wait, what? Illegal French soccer? Why is that illegal, man? Can we all really say we have been friends nowadays? Every friend we grew up, we no longer talk to. Very few people really. Family, ourselves, and money. Yeah, the older I get, the more I only want to just talk to my family and I guess I don't talk to my money, but I guess I do. This channel is becoming Oprah or Jerry Springer. Yeah, I guess. Panic Compiler, what's happened? I was studying, so just here to greet you. Thank you very much for stopping by, man. Hope you have a good study session. All right, here we go, man. This is just the practice. Hey, Keck, you see that 5-5 in there? Ha ha ha. 5-5. I think you should fix that. Wait, the double words in a row. Yeah, let me make that an issue. Dictionary mode or infinite mode, duplicate words. Right now, sometimes in dictionary mode or infinite mode, it's possible that a word appears 2 times in a row. I think a word should not be selected twice in, say, 5 or 10 words. All right. Mind-blowing WPM. Man, mine is pretty average. Some people are crazy. Literally mind-blowing WPMs. I can barely hit 100. Can I show you a card I think you would like? Wait, why would I like it, man? I don't even like Pokemon cards like that. But yeah, you can show me. What is this? A dang Pikachu on some lady? Why would I like that, man? Because it's Japanese? Man, you guys probably think I'm some big weeb, but I don't think I'm a weeb, man. It's like Japan style. Yeah, I am not a weeb. I don't think I'm a weeb, at least. Wait. All right, let's try this. Hey, Tonko Balanko, are you able to switch to non-spectator in this league room right here? I'm not sure if it's a bug, like you can't leave spectator mode. But I want to try to either run this race again or leave the room and see if it cannot become a participant. Okay, that's a bug then. All right, let me document this. Sometimes spectators cannot become a participant, and participants cannot switch to spectators. This happens in multiplayer races like league races and stuff. We should probably fix this. You know what I'm saying? Use all your agents, principal engineer, devil's advocate, C++, the whole agent team. Bring them along. All right. Now, let me leave that room. And let's try this again. So it's not practice now. All right, we'll fix that. So jealous of you not having to go to work. Man, you won't be jealous if you saw how fast my bank account is going to 0, man. I cannot improve my WPMs from 60. Any tips? I don't know how to improve typing, but I'd say you should probably type more. When I first started like Type Racer, I was around 75 WPMs average or less. And then after a couple years of doing Type Racer races almost every day, I'm up to about maybe 85 WPMs now average. Move to Thailand and build a startup? No, can't. Don't want to. How much money have you lost on Google Dip? Who knows? I don't even know. From its peak, about 17%. Or however much. 20%. All right, here we go. Ricky Wong is here. Over 150K in 6 months? Yeah. I'll be balling if that happened. Hasn't even been 6 months yet. Dang, 148. Ricky Wong. Very nice, very nice. Dang, again. Tonko Balonko stuck in spectator mode. Coding Jesus on YouTube moved to Thailand and built his own website. Get cracked. I want to see you start doing advertising. Yeah, it's coming soon. I gotta start working on that stuff, man. This is random, but Google shut down the programmable search API, but I got grandfathered in until January 1st, 2027. I don't think they want agents having access to their full web index anymore. Interesting. Maybe you should try and figure out how to use that before January 1st. Should also make a YouTube series on this. Yeah, Steven Sagaball, I got a lot to do, man. I've been thinking about modifying my workflow a little bit because I feel like I'm lacking in a lot of things right now, and I'm focused maybe too much on building and not on some other things. All right, that's the championship race noise. Coding Jesus is fake. I don't know anything about Coding Jesus. Isn't that guy that quotes programming books and clean code? Yeah, I don't know much about Coding Jesus, man. I don't think I can be a very good YouTuber like those guys because I'm just gonna open my mouth and say I don't know anything about that shit, and everyone's gonna unsubscribe because I don't know shit. I feel like to be one of them YouTube people, you always gotta pretend like you know everything. Like, yeah, I'm the world's smartest programmer, and I'm here to help you become just like me. You know, man, I'm gonna be like, I don't know how this shit works, man. Or something. Maybe it's because I actually don't know anything. All right. Getting cracked should mean doing crack. What? That's a new slang, getting cracked. Because when I was growing up, if like you're cracked, that means you're crazy good. It's Zoomer, I think. Man, aren't you a Zoomer? Oh, I didn't even join the race. Look at that. Jesus. Joking around. Normal mode. Yeah, this is a championship race, man. WPM's improving? No, it's not. I don't think it is. I think I've gotten worse over time. But yeah, maybe this site forces me to type some hard words. Wait, shouldn't the person playing be at the top? What do you mean? How does that ordering work? Well, it ranks them like this. You mean during the live thing? Like the live leaderboard? Yeah, no, I have it to not change positions because it's so distracting watching things shift back and forth while you're racing. Definitely has. I don't know, man. Wait, like you will see on X that work trees suck, or like MCP servers are dead, and that's what gets traction. Work trees suck? Why they suck? I love work trees. From the last game I saw in the last stream, seems like you. I mean, from I'm not gonna improve in like a couple days though, right? Rage basing gets you far in sloponomics. Yeah. All right, that's. I don't want to do all that stuff as a content creator. That's why I'm kind of like trying to. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I'm just out here trying to do some things, man. Like I feel I know I need to make YouTube videos and stuff, but I just don't really enjoy the YouTube making video process. And I don't want to put on some weird persona just for videos and things, man. Well, we are split if I run your YouTube. What do you mean you run my YouTube? Hey, Steven Sagball, if you want to edit videos, man, let me know. Because you probably have great context on all of my content. I need a video editor, I think, man. Get editors. I tried one time, and it was a lot harder than it seemed. And I still have to give it another try. Is learning editing hard? I don't think it's as hard as learning algorithms, but it's time consuming. Wait, can someone tell me why X API hides likes behind OAuth, but not comments? Who knows? I'm not a huge fan of those editors who do crazy stuff. Wait. For me, on YouTube, the Ralph Loop stuff gets the most traction, but I feel weird talking about it because I have not found Ralph Loop workflow that I think is bringing real value. Yeah, I don't even use my Ralph Loop thing too much. Maybe if I have a bunch of like smaller bugs that I've already documented and scoped out, like maybe if I have 5, 6, 7, 10 of them laying around and I need to go somewhere, I can feed those to my Ralph Loop and it will be okay, but I haven't been doing it lately. It's like people want, yeah, Ralph Loop I find means you gotta work more, or you gotta work more strategically, I'd say. Like you gotta do a lot of planning to make sure your agents can go on for a few hours without intervention. Anyways, Steven Sagball. What was that saying they say about how in a bull market something about everybody's a genius? I think right now it's a Pokemon bull market because everything is just going crazy in price. So I don't think you should let that give you a false sense of like how good you are at picking cards. But I don't know anything about Pokemon, so you shouldn't really listen to me about Pokemon, man. Like lots of hooks that test bundles actually takes a ton of strategic thinking. Yeah. I think the quote you're looking for is for Forrest Gump. Come on, man. You can't say things like that all the time. All right, what are we trying to do? We're trying to fix some of these issues. 1248. I've never seen Forrest Gump either, Steven Sagball. Maybe I have, but I don't remember anything about that movie, if I did watch it. Do issue 1248. Use all your agents. Principal. Engineer. Devil's Advocate. C++. Everybody. I think stock market is a good buy right now. Yeah, I think it's probably always a good idea to just dollar cost average, man. All right. OAuth username override. Blah, blah, blah. Complete profile. I don't know if this is the right move, but I'll accept it. Not financial advice, but oil and ride fluctuations had made me about 400K in the last month. Man, you're rich, Keck. Yeah, he's a rich one, man. You can get burned bad playing with this unless you don't care about the cash. Yeah, if I was rich, man, you are rich. What are you talking about? You say you make like $500,000 a year, and then you just made $500,000 last month. So you must be at least a millionaire in Thailand. That's like super rich. I think clips from TikTok or YouTube Shorts bring a lot of viewers to streamers. Yeah, I think it does get channel. I got like a few YouTube Shorts that I haven't uploaded that I should probably upload. But I'm trying to build up like a vault of videos so I can like post consistently before I start uploading them. What magic sauce are the bots making today? The engineer. We're just working on like bugs and stuff. But to retire, you need like 15 to 20 million in 2026. I don't think you need that much money to retire. But I guess if you want to have all the fancy stuff, yeah, probably. If I were to run your channel, I would have you responding to a question live and then cut that up. Yeah. I know I need to do some channel management, man. I'm very bad at managing. I need a manager, but I don't know if I want you to be my manager, Steven Sagiball. We'll see. Wait. I don't have to work retirement fund, not like live like a king fund. People grossly overestimate it. If you want to return at 35. Oh, what? If you want to retire, man, who wants to retire at 35, man? That's crazy. You're gonna get so bored. Rude? Nah, I don't know, man. Retire. All right, maybe your idea and my idea of retire is different. Retire means you never do anything except sip on pina coladas at the beach, right? So I don't know about that retire thing. Retire doesn't mean I don't work, but when I say I retire, I mean I never have to work again regardless of situation. I think that's called financial freedom or something. Financial independence instead of retiring. I think retiring means you're done with being productive and you just want to play bingo all day and chill. Hepta 5, welcome to the party. Financial freedom, yeah. Yeah, I'd say 15 million seems like a decent amount for never having to worry about anything ever again. That's coasting. Douche, what's happened? 15 million, yeah. I mean, If someone said I give you $50 million right now, but you can never get another job ever again, I'm like, yeah, let me get that money, man. um, Edit by H. What's happened? Hey Simon, can you tell me like which kind of structure you follow while building Typeblazer? Like how you deal with the things like what? I can tell you about my structure. So initially, I just try to build it out enough where it's like a usable demo to that point. And then after that, I start to get more structured. Like I start to track issues in GitHub, start to make PRs in order to do things instead of just like working from main. So I'm like creating PRs in order to merge them into the main branch so that I can have like good version control. That's when I start to like review the AI code with other AIs. That's when I start to like document all the bugs and things that aren't working right, as well as like future features. And then I try and break those features down into like small as possible issues, or I like have AI break them down or something. And then I just take it one issue at a time, one by one, with the LLMs, and that's how I built Typeblazer. Quit quitting for the win? Wait, in USA 50 million, I don't think it would even last you to 80. Man, that's if you're trying to spend it, man. I think you are a little bit delusional, Keck. Either that, or you have such high taste that you need to eat caviar and filet mignon 5 times a week or something, man. Because 15 million, you shouldn't run out of money ever if you got 15 million. Talking about lasting you till 80. I can't believe Sam said he doesn't want me as manager. Yeah, I said I don't know if I want you as my manager. I didn't say. I guess I said that. Wait, what are we looking at here? What's your quit forever number? Hey, I think I already quit forever with a lot less than $5 million, man. We'll see. We're one medical condition from bankruptcy. Perhaps. Yeah, not if you live in the non-US. 2 million is plenty to quit work forever. Yeah, I think it's very possible to do with 2 million, man. 15 million divided by 45. Keck, I don't know who taught you finances, man, but if you have $15 million, it doesn't mean that you gotta spend $333,000 every single year. And then a mid-fang job, you're also contributing to your 401k, saving for retirement. So that's like a big chunk of money that you're not spending as well. And then also your $50 million is generating you money with investments and whatnot. So if you can like not spend $333,000 a year, you might be able to let $50 million last you your whole life. But if you really got to spend this much money a year, you're in big trouble, man. Eating steaks and eggs every day. Eggs, man, eggs are cheap. Anyways, you see my net worth. I'm not poor, but I'm not rich, right? Yeah, you're not poor, you're not rich, but you're doing very well compared to everyone else your age and stuff. Poor in tech? Yeah, don't worry about everyone else in tech, man. When is rich? Depends. 1 million net worth in the Bay Area, you're not rich. 1 million net worth in Chiang Mai, Thailand, you're rich. I'm accounting for inflation too. I spend 20K a year, but this fund's just for now. doing what you want opposed to being fine. Wait, what? I mean, you don't. I guess you have to account for inflation if you keep your $50 million in cash under your mattress or something, man. But if you don't have that money in cash, I think you don't have to worry about inflation too much, you know. Kenk is obviously lying if they don't even understand that. Rocco codes. I hear what you're saying, man. Invest and let your money work for you. I think that's how many businessmen got their money. Yeah. Even if you're in Bay and you have 1 million, you're rich. You can just move somewhere else. Maybe, right? So what is the net worth? What is my net worth? Less than $1 million, man. I quit my job with way less money than what you guys talking about. But we'll see how it goes. It might be the worst decision. It might be the best decision. It's too early to tell. Yeah, how much money to be considered rich? In my eyes, I think if you got double-digit millions, I'd say you're rich. If you got single-digit millions and you're young, I'd say you're rich. If you got single-digit millions and you're under 30, you're rich, man. 100% sure about that. If you got $1 million and you're 70 years old, you're not rich, you know? So, like, my idea of rich depends a lot on the context of who we're talking about. But it's just my thing. There's no, like, official rich definition, you know? Anyways, I don't even know what I'm working on. I feel like anytime I come on stream, it's just to hang out. I don't feel not super productive these days. At least I guess I'd fix a few bugs here and there, so it's better than nothing. My friend said I'm rich based off of earnings. Man, if you have a job, you're not rich. Unless you're Sundar or something. But if you just have a regular ass employee job, you're not rich, man. So, you're definite. Wait, you cannot use earnings to decide that. Yeah. How much you earn isn't about how rich you are. I think it's about your net worth. What is this doing? Alright, hopefully. Who knows what this is doing? Bugs. Miku Mard. Are you okay, man? What's going on? Please relax. What are you talking about, man? If you want to sit on the sofa and eat Cheetos, 200k is plenty. Running companies and funding my passions, 200k ain't gets me nowhere. I am identifying as trans rich. I am a rich man inside a poor man's body. What? Yeah, Keck has some very interesting views on money and stuff, I think. Alright, is this PR created? What else we gotta do here? PR created. You know, I don't even have my PR reviewer up, man. We all have what we want in life. What? This is my goal, y'all. I have to share it. Hey, I'm not saying you're wrong for having your goals, but I think $15 million should last you a long time. Anyways, girl think boys do serious discussion, and meanwhile, boys in random stream talking about randomness. What? While eating popcorn? What does that mean? Totally disagree to that. There's a lot of government employees that are super rich. All right. Well, I guess if you're an employee and you have a job, but you have like a super high position, you could be rich, man. But if you're just a regular scrub going to a regular job, man, or salaried worker or something, 99.99% chance you're not rich. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you gotta think about showing up to work or you're gonna get fired, I don't know. That's not very rich to me. Jay Schwells, what's happening? What are we building? Type blazer.com, typing website. Everyone here is rich and I'm poor. I got that IPO money dream. Net worth decides. Yeah, of course, your net worth decides your riches. Just take your salary, take whatever is expendable, dump it into stocks. Yeah, that's how you can build wealth for sure. Rich in my heart. Yeah. Like someone said, teachers survive on 60 to 80K with multiple kids. You can figure out ways to make it work. Yeah. If you have to, but I don't know if I want to live on a teacher's salary. Rich can also not mean money like family. Nah, man. We use different words for that. Rich, we're talking about money here. I put mine into Dogecoin on the next paycheck, all in. Sally the Goose, what's happening? Is Dogecoin still a thing, man? Oh, I gotta do my daily challenge. I didn't do mine today. Look at that, 38-day streak for me. That's probably how long the daily challenge has been up. This is a hard passage. I gotta redo that, man. I wonder if Meta is a buy right now. Man, I wouldn't buy the company I work at. He already is super over invested in that company, you know. All right, here we go. Not allowed to. Oh, yeah. All right, 93. There we go. That is the daily challenge for Type Blazer. All right. Back to these things. Let's clear these out because they've finished. Let me see this one cleared out as well. And then let me try and get some new work. Thanks for the name update. Hey, douche. No worries. I think I changed it manually, but I'm trying to figure out like what happened there. So you said your username was originally your Twitch username, and then some something happened and then it changed. Do you remember if maybe you logged in with Twitch originally, but then you logged in with a different OAuth provider, and maybe maybe you logged in with Google OAuth, but then perhaps they share the same email and then it overrode or something. Yeah. Hey, Sulbs, thank you so much. Happy Monday to you as well. Here we go, Sulbs. Thank you very much. 2-star general on the board. Hey, my algorithm streams aren't showing up here, man. I gotta do some work on midnightsimon.com as well. I haven't done shit on this website for like a month or more. Let me put that up. All right. Greasy Bacon 420. What's happening? What do you use as backend for all your websites? Can I be aggressive towards you? Potentially strike some action? Sure, do whatever you want, man. I don't know what that means though. Greasy Bacon. I use different backends for different websites. For Typeblazer, this one. For backend, I have C++ on my multiplayer servers. And then I have Hono.js or Node or something for my API for midnightsimon.com. I don't remember, to be honest, man. I think I got Hono.js on the back end here, and it's using Remix or React Router v7 or something. So my backend's all glutes. Are you sure? You gotta show some pics. Make a Google Doc where you can store YouTube video ideas. Alright, not right now though. How do you host your Midnight Simon website? Hosting service on your own computer for self-hosting? No, I rent a server from a data center. I rent from wholesale internet. And I rent like something like this one here for all of my, I rent this one for all of my websites, and everything is just on one server, man. But this is like way overkill for what I got going on right now. Realistically, you could probably run on like the $10 a month thing. That's a lot of horsepower. Yeah. All right. So hold on. You have it running on Tmux? What do you mean on Tmux? Yeah, I don't know anything about Tmux, man. So the only thing I'd say, you get a lot of CPU compute power with these servers, but you only get 1 gigabit, which may or may not work for your use cases. I think you'll hit that 1 gigabit bandwidth limit before you probably hit your compute limit, unless you're doing crazy compute stuff. But I think if you needed higher speeds, like 10 gigabits or whatever, you can get them. You just need to contact them, but it's clearly a lot more expensive, man. Dang, look at this, $350 a month. I can probably do some crazy things. Anyways, Data Sherpa and Greasy Bacon 420. Thank you very much for the follows. Check out DigitalOcean. They have good prices. Yeah, I know about DigitalOcean. I don't think DigitalOcean prices can compare to a dedicated server though, unless you just want like one core or something super small and tiny. Teamworks create a new session and you can keep that running in the background. Useful on servers. Just attach. Yeah, I don't use Teamworks, but if I need to do this on a server, I'll use Screen. I don't know if you guys know about Screen. I use Hetzner or Hetzner. Yeah, I've not found better prices. Yeah, I know about Hetzner, man. You haven't found better prices until you check out wholesaleinternet.com. Let's see. I mean, these are wholesale internet is probably similar or comparable, but maybe not as popular. But I've used Hetzner before. I used a bunch of data centers in the past. But I've been with wholesale internet for like 7, 8 years now. Yeah, there's another site I used to use called reliablesite.net. That's also so many servers I used to rent from these guys. And they have specials as well. It's not on the front page, but there's some specials page that you gotta find somewhere. But let's see these prices. Like, this is probably similar to what I got on wholesale internet, and this one is $90 a month. Anyways. I know they were reliable just based on the name. How can they lie? Yeah, they've been around for a long time. I think when they first started up, maybe they were renting a lot of like Minecraft and video game servers and stuff. Anyways, what are we doing, man? Not doing much, just chilling. So 1248. I think we had things working on that one already. Yeah, let me check which open PRs we got. 1248, 1245. So we've merged a few of them in. Interesting. Alright, I want to document a bug. I don't know how to describe it. Championship race lobby. Idle bugs. Alright, sometimes I leave the championship race lobby open for many hours. And then I'll come back when the lobby is started for a championship race. Sometimes it will tell me that I'm already in the lobby, but I don't see my avatar there. And then I think I'm in the race, and then the race starts, and I'm able to type the passage, but my avatar isn't there or something. I've seen this happen a few times, so I'd like to investigate why this is happening and what we can do to prevent this from happening. I believe this is a front-end issue, but I'm not certain on that. So please use your front-end agent, principal engineer agent, and maybe your C++ agent to look into this bug and figure out where this is happening. Edit by H. I am not an AI, man. Thank you very much, Edit by H. a new member on the board. Right there. Thank you so much. I think the equivalent server on AWS that you have is M5 8X large, and it's about $1,200 a month. Yeah, that tracks. It might be even more than that, man, but it is way more expensive on AWS for sure. If the other person in the race finishes the race, it ends even though you can type. All right, I'll add that to the issue. Idle bugs. Wait, are they taking images of the server for you for free every day? No, man, this is an unmanaged server. So if it dies, it dies. You're responsible for everything. I use my mother to subscribe to you. Please keep doing the streams. Hey, Edit by H. Thank you very much. I appreciate your grandma and your mom for subscribing. I will keep doing the streams for sure. But I gotta say, I am taking a break. In May and June, I'll be away. So basically for 2 months. Month of May, month of June. And then after that, I'll be back full force. July. What's after July? July, August, September, October, November, and probably most of December before I take maybe another quick break for like the holidays. So that's my plan. And then hopefully by then, money is gonna start trickling in. If Steven Sagiball is my manager. Where am I going? I'm going for 6 weeks. Where do I find IRL Simon in those 2 months? I don't know. I don't think I'll be a very good IRL streamer, man. I'm too awkward. I'm too shy. And I don't like all the attention in public. I like to keep a low key in public. But I'm going to Taiwan, Korea, and Japan for about 6 weeks. All right. And Thailand. No, not Thailand. All right, all PRs merged. Agents are doing nothing. All right, one more. So 1253. Do issue 1253. Should do at least a food vlog. Hey, I will try and take videos. Maybe I'll upload some YouTube videos or something. But I don't know if I'm an IRL type of guy, man. How much PTO do you have at Google? I think for people who've been there... Wait, how does it go? L6 and above or something, or 5 years or more. I think you get 25 days and everyone else gets 20 days per year. But you can accumulate it. You can carry it over to the next year. So you can hold a maximum of 300 vacation hours in your bank before you don't get any more. But I don't work at Google anymore, so I don't have to worry about PTO. Don't stream any of it, just enjoy it, take pictures, enjoy time with your family. Yeah, that's what I usually do. I'm not into IRL streaming or nothing, man. I see what you mean now. You get enough concurrent users. What the heck? The network bandwidth will be the first bottleneck. Yes. What's the overhead per user? 10 megabytes? Man, who knows? But a gigabyte with just text, you're gonna serve a lot of users, I think. Maybe you can ask AI roughly how many users concurrently you can serve with a 1 gigabit connection. How has your core knowledge been when vibe coding? My main problem with vibe coding is I'm afraid of becoming dumb. Hey, Greasy Bacon 420, I'm not afraid of becoming dumb, man. Because I feel I'm kind of already there when it comes to like software engineering. I felt like I don't know much about real stuff, man, but I'm still able to get things done. Um, yeah, I don't worry about. I think I learn a lot by vibe coding. I learn different things. Maybe I don't need to learn as much of the technical stuff, but yeah, so far so good. But time will tell, man. I don't know how to say. Breakout Simon, you might be the new Mr. Beast. I don't want to be a Mr. Beast. Maybe a poetry stream. Poetry? How'd you know? How'd you know that I'm a poet, man? Can't be afraid if you're already there, yeah. This boat has sailed long ago, right? I've always been on the edge about AI, and seeing you do it might just be the tip. Hey, Greasy Bacon, I was also hesitant, but I strongly feel in 2026, it's not like an opinion anymore if AI is good or bad for development or whatever. I think it's a fact that it's here to stay and it increases your productivity. And if you're holding out because of whatever reasons, I think you're only doing yourself a disservice by not getting into the weeds with AI. Because you still got to learn things, man. When I first started vibe coding, I was not as good at vibe coding as I am now. And I'm not even that good. But 2 months ago versus now, of vibe coding every day is a big difference in what I'm able to do, I think. 30 to 60,000 users. Yeah, that's concurrent users too, Blue Cactus AI. So I think like one of these servers is enough to scale to my wildest dreams. Like I don't need AWS with crazy global scale to feel good about growing my products. I'm struggling with the enterprise security aspects. LDAP, OIDC, AI knows much more, but I'm not sure if the implementation deeply represents the RBAC. Man, I don't know what these acronyms mean, but I don't know what you're talking about. Because I did not have to experience with that even pre-AI. What? Startup me, what you talking about though? Like you're trying to implement these things, but you don't know if it's right or wrong. Wait, why did I leave Google? What resources do you see for AI coding to learn? My resource for learning has just been streaming on Twitch, and then I let people in the chat tell me what to do when I'm doing something crazy. They'll either point me in a good direction to look into something, or they'll just say something like that. And I left Google because I don't know, man. Tired of it, bored. Just wanted to roll some dice and gamble with my life savings. Have you faced any issues during multi-agent development, like they're both working on the same file? Yes, when I was first starting out, I dealt with this problem a lot. But the answer is easy. It's a solved problem already. It's git work trees. That's how I saw the problem. There's probably different ways you can do that. But Claude Code has a work tree features that will make it natively use the work trees. It's also like a skill in Codex that you can pull up. You'd be like skills or I don't know, work trees. And you're like, you just load up that skill and say use work trees when you're implementing, and that way each agent will be working in isolation even if another agent is working on the same file, but then they're gonna have to resolve merge conflicts later, but that's not too hard for them to do. Also, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Vibe coding is a magic pill that means you do zero work. These AI still need strict monitoring and silly iteration. Yeah, vibe coding isn't like zero work for sure. I think if you vibe code a lot, you'll know that. I probably work probably more with vibe coding because it's a little bit more addicting. I think it's easier to get started. Like you don't have to remember that much context about what you're doing. If you're working on some heavy implementation thing, you don't have to remember all the little nitty gritty details. And usually, like if it's a difficult problem you're trying to solve, maybe it's harder to get back into it if you've taken a break. But the vibe coding is like you just kind of have this assistant tell you what you're doing. You can have it do all your busy work for you. So I find myself harder to stop working because I feel like I need to have my agents running at all times throughout the day. Otherwise, it's like not that effective or not that efficient. So I'm like trying to balance that as well, trying to like not burn myself out by always trying to vibe code and stuff, and trying not to feel guilty if my agents are idle, you know. Access control security level. What? How to make it enterprise level safe? I don't know about enterprise level anything, man. Just like working on a separate branch, I guess. Yeah, work trees is literally like in a separate branch in a different folder. So, you know, if you only have one clone of your repo in a single folder, you can only check out one branch at a time. So that means if you have another agent working on a different branch than the one you're working on, it will not be able to check out another branch in that same folder. So what get work trees does is it basically creates a optimized clone of your repository. So it doesn't like clone everything because if all the files are the same, there's almost no overhead. So it only tracks the changes in each branch or something. I actually don't really know too technically how it works, man, but that's kind of like the gist of how get work trees are. Prime Suck U67. What's happening? What am I building? Type blazer.com, typing website. Honestly, I'm using K8 and it's overkill probably. It's nice though when nodes don't get memory or CPU pressure, it schedules pods to different nodes for me. Also restart pods automatically and stuff. I don't know anything about K8s, man. But you mean like you have a whole fleet of servers running and they're all talking to each other and coordinating and load balancing themselves and whatnot, and have like failover mechanisms and whatnot? Yeah, I'd say that's way overkill for me. Just cherry rebase when merge conflicts and it's gone. Yeah, I don't know. I just tell the agents to figure it out. How expensive are the agents? I'm spending $200 a month. And $200 a month for Claude Max, $20 a month for Codex or ChatGPT. And I think I bought a Google Gemini Pro subscription for a year. I don't remember how much that costs though. K8s is an overkill if you ask me. Yeah, I agree, man. I was able to build this in a week. I'm not about to click that, but nice. I have node group with a bunch of T3 medium and K8 scheduled workloads. I never touch the servers. How much is a T3 medium? And how much traffic do you get, Blue Cactus AI? Are you running like millions of users on your thing or what? One thing that I find curious, when I first saw Notebook LLM, I found it amazing, and though I would use and thought I would use, but Gemini I did not use at all. I don't know much about Notebook LLM. Which model is the best for coding, in your opinion? I like a mixture of Opus 4.6 and Codex 5.4. I think with those two, you can do almost anything. You don't hit usage limits. I thought people pay per token if they use agents for dev work. No, people pay per token if they use agents for programmatically calling an API for like calling the agents. But for dev work, most people are on a max plan, and I don't hit my usage limits. In fact, I've only hit my usage limits one time in the last 2 months. And since then, like, I don't even come close. I wasn't doing much this weekend, so my usage is real low. But I have like 4 days or so to bring these numbers up. So this is the $200 max plan. The 200 max is supposed to be 5 times as much as the $100 max. So if I was on the $100 max plan, I would probably hit my weekly limits later today, and then I can't work until April 3rd. So I think if you're serious about vibe coding or stuff, you need the 200 max plan. Maybe 100 can get you by in the first month, but once you figure out things, you're gonna need more tokens. Claude's a monkey with an AK-47 and Codex is a zookeeper to feed the monkey. Maybe. Codex has working so nice recently. I don't know. I was used to Opus, but went to Codex after tokens ended and felt so nice. Yeah, I've had good experiences with Codex. Right now I have cameras in the field and they send telemetric data to my servers every 2 seconds. That's where a lot of the load is coming from. So it's like an image every 2 seconds or what? How much load is your server under? Like, I feel like it shouldn't be that much, man. Because even if it's every 2 seconds, like, how many seconds in a day? That's still only like 40,000 requests a day, which is quite low, right? Anyways, Claude to do the work codex review. But April 2nd, it will end the 2 times token bonus. I don't know about that. I don't know anything about the 2x token bonus. Any of you Fang wizards know how to move railway keys from one to another quickly? I don't even know what railway is, man. I'm not Steven Sagaball, what you talking about, man? I'm not in Fang. Why image every 2 seconds? Wait, what? It's Mang now? Oh, right. Because there's no Facebook. It's Meta. Alright, championship race starts soon. Oh, dang, right. The metaverse is dead. Does that mean they're gonna change their name back to Facebook? Nah. Through issue. I'm the only believer in metaverse looks like? What? I don't even know what. I've never been in the metaverse. Actually, I guess I'm in a face. Yeah, you are in Facebook, man. Is it really dead? Yeah, I don't know, Javier D. What's happening? I got so pissed off at Meta, I never saw the metaverse as the game horizon thing that they killed. What? Wait, I'm trying to get the display glasses and it's hard AF. What do you mean? You're trying to like dog food? Is that like an internal thing only? Man, I tried to dog food some things at Google. Oh, you're trying to buy them. I see. I was trying to dog food the flipping folding pixel fold. But I don't know. I don't think I tried very hard though. What about the Apple Vision? Yeah, I don't hear people talking about Apple Vision anymore, but I kind of wanted to try it, but I'm not willing to spend that much money on it. I trust buying a Meta product. I don't know I trust buying a Meta product. My whole life's biography will be scraped and sold. Yeah. It records latitude and longitude every 2 seconds for every device and then sends all those packets to my system in one packet every 60 seconds. I set up Grafana and Prometheus and I'm trying to investigate more because I think my system a bit overkill right now. Wait, what cameras and stuff you talking about? Hey, Blue Cactus, can you tell us a little bit more about your projects? Like, what's the TLDR overall goal of your projects? Are you tracking some weather balloon or what? You know, is it like some GPS things or... I did a demo internally. Now I need to do a demo at Best Buy, but they won't tell me about availability until after the demo. What are you talking about, man? A demo at Best Buy? I hope we have Pixel Flip. Hey, oh, instead of a Pixel Fold, Apple Vision with no controllers is the single stupidest thing Apple ever did. Have you tried it, Keck? I've been thinking, all right, hear me out, guys. Tell me if this is a crazy idea or not. When I go on my 6-week vacation, I don't like to call it a vacation because I'm not going to be vacationing the whole time. But when I go on my 6-week adventure, I'm thinking if I should bring my Meta Quest 3 and just use that as my monitors, man, on the airplane, at my Airbnb, wherever. You know, just put the thing on and I can set up my 3 monitors for vibe coding and I'm just like plugged into the matrix over there. I don't know if you guys ever tried to vibe code on the Meta Quest 3, but I'm thinking Meta Quest 3, MacBook. Oh shit, I didn't join my dang race, man. Anyways, I'll watch it instead. Jason Monem and Douche neck and neck. Display guys are really cool but need some work. Hey, startup meme, same. I'm confused, but I guess he said telemetry and not just cameras. You can't just buy the glasses, you need a demo first. What? In Seattle, we had no spots that we were demoing. Dang. Yeah, I missed it. Unfortunately, I work a lot in VR. The headset, great. The new controllers is more on it because otherwise the Vision is best visuals. You work a lot in VR? You gotta tell me. I'd argue Quest 3 is the best current headset, but you do not want to code on a Quest 3. Hey, I'm not coding though. I'm just talking to the LLMs. I had a dog fooding opportunity for literally that use case. Are you gonna allow the user option to race against bots? No, I don't want bots on my website. Negative IQ viewer, what's happening? I had a question for you, but I can't remember what it was, so I don't have it anymore. Thank you for letting me know. All right, there are telemetrics video cameras. They record safety events and GPS data and building risk tools and scoring video safety events and making predictions and building dynamic learning content for drivers. But managing the real-time data for GPS has been the most challenging part though. I'm also building voice agents and deploying them into the telemetrics video vertical. Sounds interesting. You could absolutely talk to LLM, but honestly, better with a laptop. So you're saying I should just leave my Quest 3s at home and not bring them with me? What are they working on? Yes. All right. Well, I was looking forward to being plugged into the Matrix like that, man. They have those portable displays. Yeah, I got one. I got like a 15-inch one. I guess maybe I'll bring that. I'd love for that workflow to be viable, but it's honestly just going to be a lot of eye strain. What if you didn't interact with a computer for 6 weeks? I think I would literally explode, Nuji. I don't think I've ever been that long without touching a computer in my whole life, man. Up until the first time I touched a computer, I guess. Yeah, that would be a great experiment, though. Everything is computer, yeah. What if I didn't? No, I can't afford to do that, Nuji. I need to be active while I'm there. It's pretty freeing. You get itchy after a week, then it gets better. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I've gone like a couple weeks without touching a computer, but those days are long gone, man. That's when I was younger. What the heck are we working on, man? You can't go no computer. He's a startup now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't just take off 6 weeks, man. It's not happening. Maybe if I was older with more money, I could do that. Oh, 1232. Do issue 1232. Is it 1232? Use all your agents, principal engineer, devil's advocate, C++, and front-end engineer agents. This is a real serious problem, man. I don't want to see any of these bugs anymore after today. It's been happening on and off forever. Like, anytime we fix it, it always breaks again. So I want you to figure out how to make it work forever. What a terrible prompt, but it still works, I think. Mean Eng manager prompt. Sounds like what? Nah, come on, guys. What does that mean to it? I guess a little bit mean, very stern, but I'm tired of that bug. What can I say? Just MacBook for traveling. Nothing else. I hate laptop development on the go, but it's the only reason option or laptop. Respect it. Tired of beating the bush. Yeah. Usually, if I travel somewhere for more than a month, Like if I'm staying like 3 months, I'd probably just buy a monitor when I'm there and hook it up to my laptop. But I'm only there for like 4 weeks in Japan, so I don't know. Don't do that. Why not, man? Let's buy it. It's like $100, but I might. We'll see. Don't be a weirdo. Spend time on holiday, man. It's not a holiday, Keck. I don't know. I guess I keep calling it vacation, but the vacation is actually the 2 weeks before that. Do you spend money to go stare at a screen? Yes, I actually did, man. Are you going to a gym? Jimji Bang? What? Man, Keck, I don't know what your problem is, man. You always think like only your perspective is right. You're crazy. Like you don't even know why I'm going or what's going on and you talking all this nonsense, man. Anyways, I'm definitely spending time on my computer there, you know. All right. And I might even buy that monitor too. We'll see. I'm calling your vacation for the past 3 months. Yeah, because I don't know what else to call it, man. Just trying to... Man, I don't need saving. I don't know why you're trying to save me. It's like an onsen, but in Korea. I don't plan to go, but we'll see. I'm not going to be in Seoul too long. I'm going to be mostly in Jeju Island. Don't let anyone get under your skin. Midnight Sam hanging out with you on Twitch is so chill. I mean, I try not to, but sometimes people are a little bit too pushy. But it's okay. I'm chill. The hardest thing I did was geofencing using that real-time GPS data. I had to use Redis and Postgres geospatial calculations to determine arrive and depart events and then email them to the customer without race conditions. Did that before LLMs with some interns. I don't even know what you're saying, Blue Cactus. What? I don't know what geofencing is, man. Maybe that's the problem. Anyways. League races 1232. That's a big bug. Keck lives under my skin, he thinks. Warm and cozy. Yeah, make yourself at home, man. All right, what else? League race, not smooth. I don't know who reported that one. Geofencing is a fancy word for area-based network. It's just a big circle around an area. When the camera goes into the geofence, the customer gets and arrive email, and when it leaves, they get a departs. Yeah, those sound like real engineering problems or issues, man. I don't do any real engineering stuff. Should I also kick idle users? Maybe. My friend bullies me and says I'm not a real engineer too. Which friend are you talking about, man? I thought you didn't have any friends, Steven Sagaball. It's like email users enter town. Wait, when you get lots of people typing though, it may get interesting. Yeah, maybe. This is friend I like a lot, but is antisocial. He's gonna get PhD in physics. Do they live in Seattle? What do you mean antisocial? Like he doesn't want to hang out with you specifically, or just anyone in general, or what? I think I'm pretty antisocial, man. I don't like to hang out with people in general. But that's why I like streaming, because I feel like I'm hanging out with you guys sometimes, but when I'm tired of hanging out, I just shut down the stream and I don't care anymore. I don't have to deal with you guys when I turn off the stream, you know? It makes exceptions for me, but we rarely hang out. Yeah, I think the older you get, the less you hang out. I think the prime time for hanging out is probably in school. And then maybe after that, like shortly after, in your 20s. Alright, should we just rebuild and test everything? There's a tool. Oh shit. There's a tool called Artillery IO. Never heard of it. Oh man, I forgot to read YouTube chat for so long. I wanted a suggestion regarding LeetCode. I can't even do easy ones. Is there any pre-LeetCode resources that I can find to be proficient with syntax first? Keep it rolling, meow. If you're here, let me know. And I'll answer it. Drain Ganglazer. What's happened? Come to Twitch. Man, we are on Twitch. Alright, I'm rebuilding. Does Restream handle this issue? Wait, what do you mean? Boot dev for learning? I've never heard of boot dev. Oh, it's a game thing. What do you mean, douche? Restream handle, like combining my chats? Man, I've been meaning to combine my chats for at least a year or two. But I haven't got to it yet. Yes, I think it does. I just need to set things up, man. And I think I also need to start showing my YouTube chat on my screen, like on my Twitch or my streams thing, you know? Because right now only the Twitch chat shows up. And for a long time, Twitch said you weren't allowed to show the chats, combined chats on screen. So that's like why I haven't done it. But I think they don't care anymore, man. Didn't Twitch make it illegal? They can ban you. I think that's a thing of the past. I think you can do it now, but I'm not too sure. Hide quick? Nah. It's new? Wait, for real? Dang, I'm not a good streamer. I don't keep up with that stuff. Wait, it's a coding teaching platform for Git, TypeScript and stuff. I see. All hail Google inclusiveness. Oh, hey, I just have the two chat windows separate like this, and then I keep one like there, and then I keep my other one there. But as I'm reading Twitch chat mainly, sometimes I don't notice that messages get sent on my YouTube chat, you know. All right. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm getting hungry, man. And I might be changing up. I was talking about this earlier, but I'm not sure when I'll do it. But I'm probably going to be changing up a little bit how I'm working on stream. I might start doing co-working stuff because I find myself wasting too much time, man. I find myself just talking to chat all day instead of doing actual work. And I want to enter what I like to call Navy SEAL mode real soon. Navy SEAL mode is when I pretend I'm a Navy SEAL and I work real hard for like 18 hours a day or something. I think I want to do like a few weeks of Navy SEAL mode. You are now allowed to use third-party tools to display a combined feed of Twitch and YouTube message on your screen. Twitch acknowledge this. This creates a better meeting place for your community. You can't say things like, yo, go over to YouTube. Seal loves to tap on belly? What are you talking about, man? Would you use the API to combine the chats? I have seen others that scrape the pop-out window DOM and avoid the API limits. I don't know. I thought I should like vibe code myself a solution, but I don't think it's that serious, man, because I don't even get that many YouTube messages. I think if my YouTube chat was more active, I would probably look down there more, but every time I look down there, it's not that poppin'. So that's probably why I miss out a lot of messages. Man, say it ban? Oh, if I say go over to YouTube? Nah, come on now. Simon's way of telling us no more socializing. Hey, maybe. I find myself, I end up getting too caught up with answering questions and stuff. Thought you were saying about SEAL animals. Hey, douche, you don't know what a Navy SEAL is? Supposedly some of the most elite special forces in the world. But I gotta do a lot of work to set up my co-working stuff because I have all these other cameras and things that I was planning on doing co-working streams from that I never really finished setting up. So maybe I'll do it this week. Thought you were saying, nah, SEAL animals? So it's not a USA thing. It is an international thing. Everybody knows about the Navy SEALs and SEAL Team 6. Or maybe it's just Americans growing up hear about that stuff. Most elite force in the world is the Coast Guard. I don't know, man. Anyways, auto kick idle players. I don't know if I should implement this or not, man. I'm gonna say no, not yet. Let me close that down. Can't believe this guy is so rich. Yeah, he's rich. Well, that's how it is. What is this? Root cause. Anyways, I'll accept that and we'll see. You're talking USDs, not whatever currency Thailand uses. Yeah, that's what I think, man. He's rich. What was this one working on? Idle lobby bugs. Root causes. User's WebSocket drops. 5-second reconnection attempt exhausted. Alright, hopefully some of these bugs have been fixed. I'm going to rebuild images shortly. And then we'll see. Just waiting on these agents. There's other work I should be doing as well, but I've been procrastinating on that stuff for a long time, man. I need to migrate off of Supabase as a service and go on to my own self-hosted Supabase. But feeling real lazy about that one, man. Where are you hosting Supabase? Right now I don't host my own Supabase, but you can host it anywhere. I use wholesale internet for my dedicated servers. Anyone heard of the new project called Pretext? That is a new layout engine for the browser that bypasses the DOM. I guess JavaScript handles a lot of the measurements instead of the DOM. Never heard of Pretext before. Layout engine. Man, where do you guys hear about this stuff? You guys are informed, man. Multiline. Huh. Yeah. I don't know what this is. I'm looking at Blue Cactus, but I'll start. And maybe one day I'll look into it. Just thought it may be interesting for Type Blazor. Yeah, maybe. I don't really know what it does, but I'll trust you on that. The new text optimization, the culling, what? Who knows what this is talking about, man? I'm not a real engineer. Anyways, basically text optimization and placement, dynamic culling and updating stop reading and go Twitter. Twitter? What? When there is a ton of data in browser, I think the DOM slows down pretty much. Top 50, man, I don't go on Twitter at all. Anyways, I don't know what I'm doing, man. I might go early once these are done. Once this one is done and it's merged. This one is done. Visual example. It looks cool, but monkey brain doesn't know what I'd use it for, man. I don't. Maybe I'm just too not smart enough to figure out a use case immediately. When I saw the examples at first, I was like, what the hell is this? Do you still do Leak Code lives? Yeah, I'll do Leak Code tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern time. I love trying to read something and having the text move around. Bet Simp, welcome to the party. What's happening? But then I kind of understood after thinking more. Basically, text, dynamic, and larger text can be in one place. And less stupid steps for dynamic fields. It's actually good for type blazer. Yeah, maybe. But I think I let other people play with it, man. Before I let other people figure out how to do something before I get into all that. Anyways, I'm just waiting on this dang thing right here. Feels like it's almost finished. Man, what am I gonna eat? I know an engineer at a big broker, and the order book was so huge, the DOM slowed down, so they had to do something very similar. Man, is it crazy to say I don't even know what the hell the DOM is? You guys talking about DOMs? I see DOMs everywhere. Who knows what the hell a DOM is, man? I'm not gonna pretend I know anymore. Anyways. That's what I'm saying. I'm not a real engineer, man. You guys are the real engineers here. Just trees and shit. Oh, I know what trees are, man. I know all about trees. But that's about it. Works at Google. What's a DOM? Yeah, what the hell is a DOM? Document Object Model. I see. You are an engineer in our heart. Hey, thank you. Trust me, you're smarter than me. I just talk out my ass more, man. I don't know if that's true, but I'll take it. It's fine not to know. The libraries are supposed to handle that stuff these days. Yeah. If I rolled up into an interview and the person asked me the question, what is the DOM? I'm gonna be like, what the hell are you talking about, man? I don't even know what it stands for. I don't know what it does. I'm gonna just be like, man, just fire me right now. But I've made it this far without knowing what the hell the DOM is, so I don't even know if you call it the DOM or DOM. Or how do you guys talk about that? Let me see how you guys use it. I'm just trying to emulate what y'all talk about, man, sometimes. Oh yeah, see? Blue Cactus calls it the DOM. The DOM. So I was just copying Blue Cactus. Please refer it to, it's called the DOM. I called it Doom. I am training on your chat messages. That's how I learned how to leak code, man. Just training on your chat messages. Yeah, this is something I've read in the past too. Something about virtual DOM. Like, I don't know how React works, man. I don't know what the hell a virtual DOM is versus a real physical DOM. That's why everything is slow. Yeah. But if anything, I'm proof that you don't need to know all them dang stuff, man. I don't know how things work, but I still made it here. It draws everything out to virtual DOM, then compares to figure out what to update. Hey, Ricky Wong, are you a front end engineer? I never really thought about like what you do or anything. Obviously, you're a software engineer and a professional typer, but I guess when I hear engineer these days, I think some type of backend or infrastructure or something. Or maybe he's full stack. Maybe Ricky Wong just knows about the DOM because it's a part of his stack. My problem is I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. You could have a water gun to my head and would not be able to crank those algos like you. Well, man, I spent too much time practicing those algorithms. Sadly, been doing 80% front end for over 10 years now. Oh, snap. Ricky Wong, our resident DOM expert. She pushed on my stack till it overflow. You got a stack? Alright, this one is done. Should I make a PR? Anyone interview Simon, please ask what is the DOM. Yeah, I don't know a lot about things, man. I would absolutely fail so many interviews if they asked me things like that. I remember my old roommate went to an interview and they asked him something like, I don't know. Tell me some engineering terms, man. It was like some acronym. They're like, tell me about this. I was like, dang, I would also fail that. It doesn't work if I don't remember what the acronym was. Something like dry or whatever. I was like, man, I never heard of that shit in my life either. To be honest, if you can't answer those things, generally they don't care if you nail everything else. Tell me, Yagmi? What? I worked on TypeScript in Google for a year with Python. Man, you worked? Hey, douche. You were front end at Google? That's crazy. Or actually, I don't know. I'm talking about TypeScript though. I don't know if it's front end. I don't know many people that did front end at Google. Man, I can't remember what that question was now. It was something about you can't have two. It's like pick two because that's the only thing you can get. I forget. Anyways. It's all about the problem solving. Yeah, that's what they say, man, until they ask you some trivia in the interview. My work in Taiwan was front end and back end. India was back to Android. Solid principles, maybe. What? I don't know what solid principles are. Hey, should I go back to school and try and get a dang CS degree? No, what a waste of time, man. What is solid principles? No. Man, there's another. Hey, Icy Black Deep, what's happening? Vibe coding is the real path to success. That's what I feel. Man, I can't remember what this acronym was. It was something about, it's like consistency. Cap theorem. What the hell is cap theorem, man? One of my old roommates said he got this question in like a phone screen. And he's like, yo, what the hell is a cap theorem? And I also don't know what the hell it is. I was asked what log of n this algorithm, and I said, what is n? Still got the job. The cap theorem. You can have 2, not 3. Yeah. So consistency, availability, and partition tolerance. Never heard of this until that day, and I still don't really know anything about it, man. But all these things you guys learn in school, I don't know anything about them. The DOM, the caps, the dries, the solids. What other acronyms are there? That's all I can think of, man. The oops. Cap means you can't have all you want. Dizion, what's happened? Or D-Zion, how you doing? Kiss? Oh, I know what Kiss is, but that spreads beyond CS. All right, let's see. Software engineering trivia interview questions. Let me see if I can answer any of them. Oh, these are like behaviorals though. Technical. Let's see. Well, I don't really know front end stuff. I don't know if there's like a list of these questions out there. Sometimes I wonder, man, like if I tried to get a job, could I get one if they didn't ask me algorithms and they just wanted to like ask me about other stuff? I feel like algorithms is the only thing that I can do, man. Search artonyms. Supposedly nobody can get a job these days. That's what I've been hearing, but I don't think so. We'll see. If you try to get one now, I think you're fried. Yeah, we'll see. I don't plan to get one, and I don't want to try to get one now. But I think if I try to get one, I should be able to get one. As long as they ask me leak code questions, man. Interviews expect 150% perfection on stupid questions. Now it's dumb. Hey, Ricky Wong, have you interviewed recently? I think Douche is interviewing right now. Haven't interviewed in 8 years. Dang. Fancy. Frequently, now they don't because it's very easy to cheat elite code now. Wait, are we ignoring YouTube again? No one's there. No one's there. Yeah, I think my only shot at a job is probably another big tech company like Meta, Microsoft, anywhere that asks leak code, man. What am I doing? Am I just rebuilding now? Oh, this is Algo Blazer. What the hell? Oh, we're not rebuilding yet. one more thing. Vibe coding equals more code, and more code equals more maintenance, and more maintenance equals more engineers to maintain the slop. That is my opinion. Yeah, I think similarly to this blue cactus. Maybe not exactly the same, but similar thinking. You likely get a job at Meta easily. They do leak code pretty much exclusively. You're telling me smaller companies don't ask leak code? I'm saying, I'm not sure. I know for sure though that big tech companies are almost exclusively leak code, where it seems smaller companies tend to give a mix. Like it's not, small company could be anything really. Tuki, what's happening? How you doing? You will need to know how to remove French language package from Linux box. What does that mean? Maybe more agents and more AI bubble to maintain the slop. I think this is statistically just untrue currently, unless you assume we are in a contract phase and it will expand again. Duke of Hazard, welcome to the party. Just wake up. How we doing? Man, we're ending soon. I'm just kind of waiting on this last thing to get done, and then I'm gonna rebuild my images, maybe run some of these migrations, and then sign off. If you look at job markets currently, dev jobs are about 50% less. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm no dang economics professor or whatever, but I guess we'll see what happens. All right, PR created. Looks kind of weird. High potential. What's poppin'? I'm here for our economics exam, man. Jacko Juice, how you doing? That's crazy. My Twitch has 117 in username. What are you talking about, Jacko Juice? Also, what's poppin'? Are you in here? Is what you're saying? What do you mean it has it in the username? 117 is my favorite road nearby, and also I love the number sequence. Who's 117? Douche, maybe? I personally think they overhired during COVID expansion, and now they blame it on AI because it doesn't destroy the stock. Wait, the traditional pseudo... What? Didn't destroy the stock when they had no explanation at all other than everyone else is doing it? Crispy Nugs, what's happened? Hey, Crispy Nugs, are you saying you are Jacko Juice? What's happening, Crispy Nugs? Alright, what are we doing? We are just waiting on this PR, man. Just joking around. Yeah, so I guess perhaps starting tomorrow, I might switch to co-working style for a few weeks to test it out. Because I said earlier that I'm interested in trying out a different flow for my workflow. Maybe where I'm not like talking to chat as much and you can still see me work, and I'll take breaks and I'll chat every now and then, but it's gonna be time boxed. But I think I need to step on the gas a bit, man. I don't like my productivity in the last few weeks. Have you ever seen Jacko Juice and Crispy Nugs in the same room? Yeah, we haven't, huh? We Work was a great run. Man, Keck, I don't know. I think you're pretty new to this stream. So you don't I guess you weren't there for my co-working streams. But I've done a lot of co-working streams in the past as well, where I just lock in, man. Um, I did them a lot when my ass was about to get pipped. I had to turn on the co-working, and I did co-working streams for 2 weeks, only 2 weeks. I think I did like 6 hours each one. And man, I was so focused and I got so much done in those 6 hours that I think I just need to bring them back. Just got back from my fast food job. I do not like co-working. Man, what fast food job do you have? Is it Raising Cane's? Because that's the best one. Man, we got 2 open PRs. Dunkin'. Dunkin's alright. I haven't been there in a while. Do comps come in a lot? Yeah, I probably bet they do, man. Random, but when the Popeyes chicken sandwich first came out, I felt so bad for the employee. They looked pissed and lines wrapped around the block. Were you in that line, Cactus? Or what? They like to blue eyes stare you? I don't know what that means. Yeah, that Popeyes chicken sandwich revolutionized the industry, man. That was crazy to experience that. Man, what is going on here? Just waiting and waiting. So the problem is, like right now, when I'm waiting on my agents to do something, I default to just going to chat and talking. But what I should really be doing is working on the next thing or planning or whatever. But then I don't, and I feel very unproductive this way. What is PIP? Performance Improvement Plan. It's when your ass is about to get fired. Then we'd be lonely, man. Is it my job to entertain? I don't know if it is. Performance Improvement Plan. Paid interview period. Yeah. When do you have to analyze what your agents do? Some people like to look at the code that they produce. I don't really care about the code. I usually look at the results. So after I merge things into my main branch, I'll check out like the changes to see if they work how I expect them to work. And that's how far I go. I really need more robust testing. I need like integration or end-to-end testing and stuff as well. Unit testing would also prevent a lot of bugs, probably. Maybe some other types of testing. It's rare people to pass PIP. Kudos on clearing it. Hey, I never got pipped though, douche. I never got pipped. But I got, I got the M rating. I got like a real bad rating my first year at Google. I never really talked too much about that. Maybe one day I might, but I've never actually told you guys about the full story. I don't know if I ever will. Makes sense. Perfect code isn't the concern and doesn't have to be. Right. Thought you're in the stream. Yeah, I thought so too, but I'm waiting until my PRs merge, man. It's taking a little bit longer than I thought. I was worse. I was NI. Dang, I shouldn't be laughing, but NI. All right. When I was at Google, there are a few different buckets for your rating. the lowest one was NI, means needs improvement. Then you had an M, which means moderate impact. Then after that you got an S, which means strong impact. This is about, I forget the percentages, man. Let's just say this is about 70% or so of the company. Significant impact, not strong. Significant. Yeah, the percentages changed, but maybe it was like 70%. NI was like 2%. M was like 6% or something. S was supposed to be the majority of the company. And then he had O, which is like outstanding impact or whatever. And this was supposed to be, I guess, like 10% or 20, I don't know, 15 to 20. I forget the exact numbers, man. And then at the top, you have something called T, which is transformative impact. And that's supposed to be like the top 2% or 1% or whatever. Percentage of what? The whole company. Engineers in the company. Like, if you took all 80,000 engineers in the company, then this percentage should get that rating. That percentage should get that rating. Did you get a T ever? No way, man. I don't think I can grind that hard to get a T. T is super rare, yeah. Because I personally think it's not worth it, man. But I've known some people who got T's. Yeah, I think you gotta grind. You have to have luck to get the right projects and stuff. Your management chain has to believe in you. And yeah, politics depending on your level. So I got my first year, I got an M rating. Moderate impact, which is, M means it's not great. Wait, what? You mean for starting Google Store or ending? No, this was my first year at Google. I got an M rating, and then from there I got just standard strong impact or whatever, significant impact. I like those metrics. It makes it easier to drive. But yeah, if project you're assigned is taken into account, that sucks. Yes, it for sure. It's about which projects, and it's about like how your management views you, and it's about like how much of a paper trail you left, and things like that. I don't think I'll ever get a T, because it's just too much work, man. You gotta like work really hard. And visibility, yeah, you need your senior people in your org to know what you're working on and to be very, very familiar with what you're doing and stuff. So it's not like percentage based on projects. So there could be 0 people on project T. I don't know what you're asking, but yeah, there could be a project that nobody gets a T on that project. Get T in your own company. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, Steven Sagiball, but I need to adjust some things. I'm about almost 3 months in, and I think I could have done a lot more, but I gotta pace myself. But I'm gonna kick up the intensity real soon, though. I've been kind of just, I'd say this is like my coasting level right now, or not super coasting, but definitely have a lot more tank in the gas, or gas in the tank. I thought people coast, rest and vest at Google. Sound like rating is hard too. Hey, that's what I thought, Duke of Hazard. I swear. I thought people at Google, it was just a big adult care and everyone was coasting and they don't want you to work hard. That was my mentality going in. So that's why I got an M my first year. I was like, man, I don't want to turn it on these guys and then mess up the vibe. Everybody seems like they're chilling. So you know what? I know how to chill too. I'm going to chill. This is your NI or M level right now. No, this right here, I'd say this is like an S level for me. My NI level is way worse than this, and my M level is also way worse than this, man. The streams are such a good marketing engine, but it's hard to deeply focus. Yes. Should have played more soccer. Yeah, well, I've played a lot of pool at work. Wait, what rating would you give yourself now? I'd give myself a S. Just middle of the pack right now, man. Nothing extraordinary in either direction. I'm having deja vu. I thought I read this comment like a few weeks back. What? Man, douche, are you saying you're gonna give me an M or an NI as well? Alright, what are we wasting on here? Oh, this is done. Nothing. We're not wasting on anything. I'm about to go after I rebuild. So anyways. I think I saw this comment in a dream. Dang. I mean, to be realistic, if own business is the same percentage, then yes, and I don't know what you mean. Are you okay with S? Sometimes. Running your own business is really wild. You gotta be really hungry. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Clearly, I think Keck is telling me I don't have what it takes. Well, that's okay. Damn, yeah. Keck is a hater. Maybe. Anyways. Waiting on these things. I think you absolutely do have what it takes. Yeah, look at you, man. You're trying to save me from myself again. I wouldn't be here if I believe you're going to fail. It might happen, man. I went into this knowing failure is an option. Not an option. It's a possibility. But I also know I have a set amount of time. And I've done this in the past. I've done very similar. This is probably my third or fourth time doing this stuff. The first time, major success. Way more success than I ever dreamed was possible at the time. The second time I tried this didn't go too well because I was more interested in drinking and hanging out than working. I wasn't focused. I think I wasn't mature enough the second time. The first time I was broke and hungry, so I had no choice. Second time I wasn't broke, and I had made some bad decisions, I'd say, and it didn't work out. Third time I tried something similar like this, it worked out very well. I didn't do my own business, but I basically put everything into like just getting a job at Google, even though I had no business being there. Like I have no credentials, I got nothing on my resume, but I was targeting Google, which maybe seems unrealistic. Lots of people told me like I'm wasting my time, I'll never get in, I'm just a joke, things like that. But who cares what anybody says? And I got in. And then now, I guess this is my fourth time going all in on an idea that I believe in. And this time I'm trying to do things a little bit differently than how I've done it in the past. But as time goes on, I'm slowly like turning into like I want to do it like how I used to do it in the past, where I just grind all day, all night. But I'm trying really hard not to do that too soon, too early on, and burn out, you know? So I'm trying to pace myself at a reasonable rate. No need to panic right now. I don't need to be working 24 hours a day. But I do think I have to always monitor my runway and things like that. I've never betted on myself like you have. I mean, sometimes it doesn't work out, but if you don't believe in yourself, I don't think anyone else is going to. Do you expect to do that at some point? Work 24 hours a day? Hopefully not, man. I don't think it's necessary, but it's only a theory I have. We'll see. Will I go full steam? Yeah, I do plan to go full steam real soon. Maybe even tomorrow is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. There's changes coming, man. That's what I'm talking about. Navy SEALs, man. You don't know about Navy SEALs. Navy SEALs means the most extreme full steam. But I don't know if I will stream the whole Navy SEAL thing. That's what I'm undecided on. I might not. We'll see. Anyways, things have been rebuilt, and so I'd say up until now, everything has been like a big experiment to see if my ideas are plausible. And I think my ideas are plausible. I've gathered enough data where I feel it's time. It's time to flip the switch and go ham. Should seem on the Google grind. Yeah, I think that was the most consistent I've ever been in my life by far. I was doing 6 hours a day, not 8 hours. I never did 8 hours a day or anything like that. I did one session in the morning, one session in the afternoon, and maybe like sometimes I do a couple hours off stream, but that's it. Consistency kills everything. Yeah, so that's like a big reason I've decided to roll the dice at quitting my job. And I always thought, like, if I worked consistently over the course of 2 years on an idea that I thought was possible, could I turn it into like my livelihood, you know? And that's basically what this whole stream is turning into since I quit Google and stuff. It's like, if I just worked on something consistently over the course of that period of time, what's gonna happen? And I don't know, but I'm here to find out, man. And if it doesn't work out, I have no problems going back to find a job or doing whatever. Navy SEAL vibe coding sounds so gas, I guess. What do you mean by Navy SEAL? I did not get it. It's a secret project. No, Navy SEAL mode is just a mentality, man. If you grew up watching American media, I think everyone is a little bit feeding into the propaganda, like the US military propaganda. There's so much Navy SEAL stuff going on. Like it, you know, Navy SEAL is about going really hard, being the best, being as elite as you can. And I think it's more of a mentality of just not giving up, you know? I just call it Navy SEAL mode, man. Did we miss Type Blazer? Oh shit, we did. I gotta go, man. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. As I've said long ago, consisting on your own projects is hard. If you can keep the motivation going for it, you'll get there. Wait, and failing in Grenada? Wait, was that SEAL Team 6? Yes, but the Navy SEALs, man. Everybody in America wants to be like them. And I think what's been pushing the Navy SEAL mentality a lot lately is this one guy. Maybe you've heard of him. Goggins. David Goggins. He's like an ex-Navy SEAL guy, and he turned into like a super ultra marathon runner. And it's just, I don't really know too much about what he's up to these days, David Goggins, but I guess I somewhat subscribe to that mentality sometimes of just pushing yourself to the extreme, you know? But I don't think I'm doing it to the extreme, man. Who's gonna carry the boats? Yeah, it seems Keck is a Goggins fan. I thought it's more like a meme. No, it's not a meme to me, man. Sometimes I let Goggins scream at me for 30 seconds, then I start cranking again. No, I need sometimes sometimes I need periods where I just don't do anything and I step away and I get inside of my own head. And then I don't know. I just need to really reflect and think about my mission and think about like what I'm doing, what I've given up to do this, the opportunity I have, that this opportunity is probably not going to come again soon. And then I just get myself hyped up and then I just try and execute, but we'll see. Goggins is a big inspiration. If I do nothing, I become a lazy bum so fast. Is Goggins Googling? Man, Goggins is not a programmer. Alright, let me see if I broke anything and then I gotta go. I gotta go talk to my wife about Navy SEAL mode. Actually. I've mentioned it to her and she knows it's coming, but I don't have like a Navy SEAL mode plan yet. Goggins got a T rating? Hey, maybe. I have big periods of unproductive and then like extreme bursty productive periods. I think a lot of us are like this. Goggins is in a constant fight or flight. He is a legend. Ice Black Deep. What's that face for? I could be vibe coding Goggins. I don't know. Shave? No way. I have nightmares about cutting my hair and I wake up panicked in the middle of the night sometimes. That's not happening. Alright, so updated. I don't even know what I changed, but I gotta go, man. We gotta go. And it might be Navy SEAL mode starting tomorrow. We'll see. I don't know who to raid though. Thanks for a stream. Sorry for tickling your skin today. Keck, it's all good, man. But I think sometimes you're a bit too pushy, especially when you don't even know the full context a lot of times, you know? All the time, maybe, for like my personal life. You put a room full of vibe coders locked in a room and put them on a microdose and let Goggins manage them. I don't know if that's a good idea. Navy SEAL mode, Ricky Wong, type blazing. Yeah, Ricky Wong is a Navy SEAL mode typer, that's for sure. How can I be talking about Navy SEAL mode and then talking about taking 6 weeks off, Keck? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I cannot take 6 weeks off. But we gotta find somebody to raid. Pixel Pusher is for sure. Yeah, Pixel Pusher is Navy SEAL mode. Hey, all right, before I leave, let me tell you my ultimate inspiration, man. It's not David Goggins. Forget David Goggins, man. He's just somebody on the internet who has nothing to do with my life. My 100% real inspiration. I've never seen anybody like this before. It's my old roommate. It's my old roommate, man. I never got serious until I met this guy, and I didn't know it was possible to be as consistent as he is. But look at this, man. We started leak coding together on this in 2020 or in like 2019. We both started to leak code in the same time, and then it took a while for him to get consistent. My roommate got consistent after I hit my Google grind, and then he became so crazy consistent, man. Multiple years of just relentless pursuit of like whatever he's pursuing. And I always just enjoy talking with him. Right now, me and him, we talk like once a month, even though we don't live anywhere close to each other. What does he do now for work? I'm not gonna put him on blast, but he's at a dang FANG company. Is he at Google now? I'm not gonna say where he's at, man. Wait, I have a similar friend. Oh man. Pretty good. I mean, he's a dang beast. But he's like a daily problem kind of guy. And I think, all right, not to take away from what your friend has done or anything, but it seems like he's done competitive programming. He has the degree, all that stuff. And then it seems he took the contest and he did the daily problem. Very nice, very consistent, not taking that away from him. But what B. Becker did, I think, is crazy because, all right, I don't want to talk about B. Becker's business too much, man. But when B. Becker started this man never programmed nothing in his whole life, man. He never got very far in the education system. He doesn't have a degree in anything. He doesn't have a CS degree. He was like starting from nothing, and then he just kept going. In the beginning, he was real bad, and he just never gave up, man. He never gave up, and he's not just doing the daily problem every day. This man was grinding all day, every day for years, and man, he's like a real big inspiration. That's the secret, guys. Be around other people like that to do stuff that you like to do, and you prefer people smarter than you. Yes, I think that is the secret. I think if I didn't live with him, I don't think I'd have grinded as hard as I did. I think it was a competition between me and him, who could outgrind the other. And not in a, like, we're not rivals or anything. I would never consider him a rival to me. But there's a lot of friendly competition going on, man. Like, man, B Becca did a segment tree problem. I gotta learn segment trees now, you know? Like, dang, I can't believe B Becca beat me in the contest. I gotta grind harder, you know? That type of, we had that type of friendship. Anyways, looks like he won. I don't know. Life is long, man. But he has closed the gap, if not surpassed me at this point. Anyways, I gotta go for real. But I don't know who to raid. I don't have any people. Maybe coding with strangers. He's doing some co-working. Alright, I'm way over time, man. I was supposed to quit streaming a long time ago. So I'm probably gonna set up the basement now for Navy SEAL mode for the rest of the day. Right now, it's not Navy SEAL mode, it's just trash everywhere. Anyways, we're gonna raid this guy coding with strangers. I think he's just co-working and stuff, so he might not be super interactive. I'm gonna go eat lunch and then get to my Navy SEAL prep. Jacko Juice, aka Crispy Nugs. See you later. Keck, I'll see you next time. Blue Cactus AI, have a good day. Duke of Hazard, adios. Douche. And Tonko Bolonko, see you next time. Thank you very much for tuning in. Metiserts, adios. Everyone's who's lurking, see you next time. Icy Black Deep, adios. Steven Sagiball, I'll see you next time, man. Good luck with everything. Drain Gang Lazar, adios. Everybody, have a good day. See you later, YouTube.